The introduction of the 2026 technical regulations has generated intense debate across the Formula One paddock, particularly in areas where interpretation of the rules can influence competitive balance. As teams continue to analyze early season performance, attention has increasingly turned to the regulatory framework itself and how certain provisions were defined before the championship began. In recent weeks, discussions have focused not only on technical solutions, but also on the process behind their approval. The timeline of regulatory changes has become a key point of interest, especially when those changes appear to have a direct impact on performance outcomes observed on track. At the center of this situation is a modification to the compression ratio measurement rule introduced into the technical regulations following approval by the FIA World Motorsport Council on October 16, 2025. The update specified that the measurement must be conducted at ambient temperature, an addition that was not present in the previous version of the rule. This adjustment has since become the focal point of debate among manufacturers. The issue remains unresolved, with further clarification expected from the FIA starting June 1, when checks conducted at ambient temperature will be combined with verification procedures performed under operating conditions, specifically after engine oil reaches 130 degrees Celsius. This dual approach is intended to provide a more comprehensive assessment of compliance. Within Mercedes, there is confidence that no action will be taken. The team maintains that its power unit, developed in Brickworth, fully complies with the regulations. This position has been reinforced by Vincent Perrine, who is responsible for power unit oversight at the FIA and has approved the concept implemented by the Anglo-German outfit. According to paddock discussions, the Mercedes engine was homologated before the start of the season and is capable of passing the compression ratio test set at 16.1. However, rival manufacturers have taken a different view, arguing that the solution reportedly involving a dual chamber concept does not align with the intended interpretation of the rules. Engineers led by Howell Thomas are believed to have identified and exploited a regulatory gap. Another element drawing attention is the process through which the regulation was amended. Technical rules in Formula One are typically discussed within the F1 Commission before being formally approved by the FIA World Motorsport Council. Specific change to Article C5 4.3, adding the requirement for measurement at ambient temperature, was introduced during this process in October. Before that revision, the rule simply stated that no cylinder could exceed a geometric compression ratio of 16.1, with the measurement procedure defined in a separate FIA document. The addition of the ambient temperature clause came later, just months before the season began, rather than during the initial drafting of the regulations. This sequence has raised questions within the paddock. While it is possible that the proposal originated from one of the manufacturers, there is no confirmed information on who introduced the change. Equally notable is the apparent lack of opposition at the time, despite subsequent complaints from other engine suppliers, including Ferrari, Honda, Audi, and Red Bull powertrains. For now, uncertainty remains over how the situation will evolve and whether further regulatory clarification will alter the competitive landscape. The outcome could have significant implications for the balance of power in the championship. What's your take on this situation? Share your opinion below and don't forget to subscribe to the channel for more Formula One updates.